Hello, my name's Luke Sinclair and this is for assignment 2, biomechanics. My client is Lawrence Nicholson and we're going to go through his feedback form. I started off with, 3 is my elite, while 1 is novice and 5 is pro. I started off with stride length. I gave you a 2 for meter strides towards the ball. Obviously, because meter is the average strides you take towards a penalty to get maximum run up and speed towards the ball. And as well, you didn't gather the right amount of speed for your shot. Sometimes you went a bit slow, so obviously you didn't get as much power as you wanted to. I gave you a 1 for taking between 6 to 4 steps to get the right run up. In the video, you've shown 2 steps towards the ball, but the factors affecting performance here was that we were inside where there wasn't as much room and the goal was smaller, so by taking more steps would have decreased accuracy rate. Your angle of run I gave a 2 as well because you ran very straight on. This can be good in some ways, but when taking a penalty you might want a little bit of an angle so you can get it into corners or you can trick the keeper. My next one is shooting. I gave him a 4, so above elite, for hitting the centre of the ball. I've shown this because he hit it straight with his laces and it went straight into the goal. I gave him a 2 for getting it into the corners to make it hard for the keeper because we set up hoops and the accuracy rate was very low because sometimes he missed and sometimes it went straight down the middle. More power behind it to have more chance of the keeper saving it, I gave a 4 because the strike of the shot was very powerful, but this could decrease accuracy. And the positioning the foot next to the ball, I gave a 5 because the foot was very planted next to the ball. My next one is balance, and I gave him a 4 for making sure he had the right balance because if he was too over the ball he would have scuffed it, or if he's leaning too back he could have fell over. So he had good balance because he didn't fall over or go head over heels. I gave him then a 3 for not running too fast. Obviously, because he was very slow, he had a lot more accuracy, but there wasn't enough power given in the shot, so the keeper would have been easier to save it. I gave him a 2 for don't lean back too much. Obviously, he leant back very much in the video, and and this made his leg go very high up after the follow through. And obviously I gave him a 5 again for keeping his non-shooting foot planted, giving him a lot of balance with the other leg to swing. His accuracy, I gave him 2 for making sure he hit it in the corner because it was very down the middle or he'd hit the post, so it wasn't a complete 1. He didn't let he looked where he was going to shoot, so this gave the keeper an idea where he was going to shoot, so I gave him a 2 again. I gave him a 2 for picking where the ball was going and didn't change his mind. I don't think he knew where the ball was going and he randomly hit the ball. And I gave him a 2 for placement over power because he hit in hope and smashed it in direction of goal. Are you alright with them results I gave you?
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Right, I'm going to go through the feedback of this now. I thought your strengths were you're keeping your non-shooting foot balance next to the ball. This is good because it gives a good direction of where the ball is going to go, plus it gave you a lot of balance.
Okay.
Another strength of this was keeping a good balance because you've shown this by not falling over, for example John Terry in the Champions League final, and also you didn't scuff the ball by leaning too forward over the ball. Another strength was placing the ball where you wanted it to go. I noticed that you looked where you wanted it to go and it followed, but obviously 2 out of 3 went really well. Your last strength was hitting in the middle of the ball, so you got maximum power, but this could also be a weakness because there wasn't much accuracy involved in the shot.
Yep.
My weaknesses I gave you was accuracy because you scored 2 across the board. This is because he went for more power than accuracy, as it's shown in the video. One of your weaknesses was hitting it into the corners, because on my feedback form with your placements, it's shown that you didn't hit it into the corners and you only scored 1 of the 3 shots, which isn't very good, but you're a non-elite, you don't play football. And my last weakness is that it wasn't consistent enough on goal. And you can improve this by introducing more accuracy and power.
All right.
So taking the sting out of the ball would give you more control of shooting.
I like to hit hard.
I know. Another weakness of my areas to improve for that area of more accuracy is, like I said, reducing the power and concentrating on striking certain areas of the goal. So maybe if you went for one corner 5 times in a row, and when you're consistent in that, switch over to the next corner.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Another weakness was leaning back too much. This is due to not using your arms, so you're less balanced than shooting. If you used your arms, you would obviously have more stability and more accuracy of the ball. A good way to improve this is that you can lower the power again. So obviously you're a man about power, and if you lower the power and practice on the technique of getting your arms out, getting more balance, and then you can introduce more power after you've got the accuracy. Lastly, your stride length. This could do an improvement because it shows us with getting 2 or 1s for getting 2s and 1-1 for almost strides leading up to the ball. Its stride length is weakened because the effect is... Oh, bloody hell. We'll start again in a minute. You add 1s and 2s across the board for stride length. This means you haven't got enough power leading up to the ball, you haven't got enough speed, and this could also lead to less balance.
Okay.
On a full-size pitch, you would have to have 6 to 8 steps, but on a 5-a-side, you're recommended to have 3 to 5, but obviously you only took 1 to 2 strides, which gave you less
Power.
I'll say less power, but you've got a very strong leg, so kind of counterbalanced it. So to improve this, you could obviously take more strides and practice with that, making sure you take them strides and make sure you've got the right stride length. My biomechanical limitations of this is that the tape wasn't very sticky. As you remember, it kept falling off the joints, so picking it out in the dartfish was very hard, and it might not have been as accurate as seen. And also the background maybe affected the tape and the ball because it might have been the same colour, so this would be harder for the camera to catch it. Also, we only filmed in standard definition, so this made the footage blurry, and if we filmed in high depth, you'd be able to see it more clearly. Factors affecting the performance, obviously, you'd be used to hitting penalties outside of grass, so the indoor floor may be slippy or the surface might be harder than you're used to. Another limitation is that the sports are smaller, so the goal's smaller and the run-up will be smaller. This means that you have to take less strides and adapt your own performance to be able to get that performance right. Thank you for this. I hope this helped. Have you got any questions?
No, not really. No, sounds really good.
All right, thank you
very much. Cheers.